everybody. How are you on this beautiful full moon in a retrograde? Myself and Yoshi Bear. We're going to be doing our show on a full, isn't that appropriate? A black cat on a full moon in a retrograde. I have my boy here. He's so beautiful. Are you beautiful? Not impressed, are you? No, this is Yoshi, and he's one of my favorite little guys. And then we also have Mrs. Mumbai, who I will introduce everybody to. Oh, she's so good. It's my beautiful girl. Now, the reason I'm introducing both my cats tonight is because we're going to talk a little bit about full moon lore and mythology. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, people are joining us now. This is Mrs. Mumbai, and she is a calico cat. Now, I want to tell you all about cats and the moon because there are misconceptions about black cats and calicos and all kinds of stuff. Well, that's not on me. I thought that was on my nose. Hi, Lori. How are you? I am hoping that this is like. I hope it's. I gotta check because I'm hoping that this is on Facebook as well. Because if it's not, I'm going to be very upset. Hold on a second. I may have to start again. No, I don't. Oh, good. Okay, everybody's here. Okay. Full moon rituals in a retrograde. So we had a full show on the full moon and what that was about, but we're going to go over that just a little bit again while we're waiting for people. So when we talk about the full moon, we're actually talking about the second day. Okay, because the first day of the full moon is a waxing full moon. It means it's almost full. And then you have the full moon, and then you have the waning full moon. So now it's starting to get smaller and darker, and each phase is 2 weeks. And so the next 2 weeks will be about getting rid of stuff until we get to the new moon, and that's the dark moon. Okay, so when we get to the dark moon, then it starts to get full again. And as we're getting full, this is where we want to bring stuff into us. And then when we get to the full moon, well, that's kind of like a catch-all. You can do pretty much anything you want. I personally love to do self-care magic during the full moon, if not for me, for others. I love healing work during the full moon because Grandmother Moon, she listens. I've actually done romance work under the full moon with great success. And I feel like the full moon is that time where we are pregnant with ideas, pregnant with inspiration, pregnant with magic. Right? That's that time. And it's also very indicative of the 3 phases of the woman's or the man's life: the maid, the mother, and the crone. So the maid is when we're coming into our fullness. And then the mother is when we're in that fullness. We're in that time of having children and birthing and all that kind of stuff. And the waxing, when we're getting older and it's time to look back on our lives. It's really an incredible thing when we look at that trilogy of the maid, the mother, and the crone, or the full moon days, the 3 days of the full moon. But what do we do with these times? What do we do with this full moon? We can do all sorts of things. We can scry, and we can use tarot cards, and we can do psychic work because everything is at a high. We have to remember that we are yes, I see that, Diane. Thank you. We have to remember that we are primarily water. I think it's like 80 something percent water. So when the phases of the moon are shifting, so are we, and we feel all of this. It's so incredible. So when we're in a full moon, depending on what month it is, depending on where it is, we could do specific types of magic, like a solstice moon, right? So June in the summer solstice and the winter solstice in December have 2 different energies. You know, the June energy is about bringing in all those things of life and excitement and just wow, love and all that. Whereas in December, it's about introspection. right? It's about really sitting with ourselves and what has the year been. For those on the pagan path, this is a time on the solstices to celebrate. In December, it's our new year. And in the summertime, it's the awakening. So for us, it's the moon phases are so important. And if we go back in time, you look at the farmers, and when they would sow their fields, it was incredible because they would look to the moon phases. They would look to the seasons. So the moon has always played historically very important parts in our lives. It's pretty incredible. But again, what do we do in a full moon? So much, so much. So we're going to start from the start. This is a time where we can cleanse and clear. This is a time when we can talk to Grandmother Moon and we can give her all the things that we feel. Okay. So in the simplest form, what we can do is we can give her our sorrows. We can give her the pain that we're going through. We're going through something with family or with our kids, or we're worried about money, or we want all of these things to manifest in our lives, but we feel stuck. Go talk to her. Seriously, go talk to her. I like to do it by the water because it doubles the energy. So when you have the full moon and then the reflection of the full moon, you're doubling that energy. And remember, she's made of water. And the moon is also indicative of emotions, and water is the symbol of emotions. So this is a time, a lot of people will say, you have to be neutral when you do this work and that kind of stuff. But with Grandmother Moon, this is a time to be emotional. This is a time to cry with her and laugh with her and hope with her and just embrace her fully and allow her to embrace you. This is a time when you go to her and say, take me by your chest, take me by your breast and hold me and comfort me. But if you're in a good space, it's a time for manifestation of those wonders that you want. Is there a creative project that you're working on? Is there an animal that you want? Maybe you're adopting an animal and you want a specific animal and you're like, I'm putting my name in for adoption. Maybe you are deciding that you want to travel, or you're in a specific area of your life where you're changing and you want new relationships, new work, new this, new that. It's exciting. Look at that energy that we're just boom, exuding. We're raising energy, the cones of energy. Right? That's actually why my company is named that, because when we're in circle, when we're in ceremony, we're actually raising energy, boom, and then we're releasing it. And the universe takes that. The moon takes that. And then you got to hold on your seat. Okay. If you have questions while we're talking and while we're working, please feel free to comment, or you can actually come online as a guest and you can sit with me. Maybe tell me a story of a full moon ceremony you've done, because we always love hearing stories. So this is the one thing that I have really come to realize is that I am, whoops, what is this? Get away from me. Hey, there we go. One of the things that I've really come to realize is I'm a storyteller. I was when I owned my theater company. I am as a psychic. I bring your stories to life. I bring the ancestors' stories to life. And so I love hearing stories. So if you have a story about the moon, please come and sit with me today and let me know what that story is. I would absolutely love that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about moon lore. Black cats. We always identify the moon with black cats. One of the reasons we do that is because of superstition, right? Where we look at the bad luck of black cats, the nighttime in black cats, the darkness of black cats. But what we don't realize is black cats are also the symbol of intuition and spirituality. So that's one of the reasons it's attributed to the dark or to the night, because there was a point at which people looked at that and went, ooh, intuition, spirituality, and they correlated anything dark, black, any of these colors, to witchcraft. However, Having said that, one day we found a little teeny tiny cat under our deck. And I remember bring her into the home. And I remember going the next day to the Hedge Witch. And everybody knows how much I adore the Hedge Witch. And I said, "Oh, Diane, I found this beautiful little calico cat." And she looked at me, she goes, "Oh, so you finally found your witch's cat?" And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah. Didn't you know that the calico, oh my goodness, and she's lost weight. The calico cat is actually the true witch's cat. And our Mrs. Mumbai, oh my God, she's so good. She is my little symbol of anything magical. Look at this beautiful girl. I love her. Do you love her? I love her. I just want to eat her up tonight. Oh, I love her so much. She's so good. Okay, I'm gonna put you over there. So when we look at lore, we have to look at where it came from. So a lot of times when we look at the Black Cat, we also look at, Edgar Allan Poe and poets and storytellers and, novelists of the time where the Gothic era or even the Victorian era really ramped those things up. All right, let's see what's here. I've been feeling off for about 3 or 4 days. Would that be related to the full moon? Absolutely. So if you're sensitive, you're definitely going to be affected by the moon. And we know this, like nurses will say, and police officers will say, this is when the crazies really come out. And they actually do. They look at, okay, is it a full moon tonight? They actually, some of them look at the phases of the moon to see what's going on. So yeah, we're affected by that because again, we are water in ourselves, right? So we're going to be pulled like the tides of the ocean are pulled. And if we're going through certain things, Grandmother Moon's going to pull that out of us, and especially on certain moons, right? You have the hare moon and the wolf moon. You have the pink moon, I think, and the worm moon. All of these different moons that have been named by indigenous tribes have different properties, and they'll affect us in different ways. And that's also based on, our astrology. So if I'm a Gemini, this particular moon might affect me a certain way. So right now, we are, I believe, a moon in Libra. No, Scorpio. We're a moon Scorpio. So this is going to give me that sensitivity that I need, that kind of romanticism of who I am. And it's going to help me. So a lot of self-love work is what I'm doing in the last few days. Carla, hello. Nice to see you as always. Hello, Carla. Jinty, hello. Are we going into World War III soon? Okay. You know what? Everybody, you have to understand that sometimes we need to go through phases in order to move forward. Are we going to World War III? It really doesn't feel like that, but I can understand why it feels like that. The reality is we're shifting and we're changing. All right. So the full moon. What can we do on the full moon? So I brought something that I've always loved. As a child, this was my favorite thing. I never actually had one. Everybody else did. So I found one the other week at a vintage store downtown. And I love being here, by the way. This is amazing. I love this. Look. Magic 8 Ball. Who had a Magic 8 Ball when they were a kid? Come on, really? Okay, you shake it and then you ask, and there's the answer in the little window. Oh, I love that. What does it say? What does it say? Move wisely. Very good. I will move wisely through this show. Have fun with the moon. She's joyful. So you can do all kinds of stuff. So scrying is another thing that a lot of people will do on a full moon. And scrying is divination by water, by mirror, by crystal ball. Okay. It's the ability to see the future through something reflective. So we had made, and it was so cool, a mirror. I don't know that I still have it. It's probably packed somewhere. And it's all black, right? So it's all black. It's not like a mirror that's like a normal mirror. And behind it had herbs. And every time you look at it and you stare into it, you'll see different images and you'll see different things. It's really a very, very cool experience. So you can do scrying work through this time, pendulum work through this time, But my favorite, and everybody knows what my favorite is silver candle magic. And silver is for the full moon. So the waxing moon, you can use a white or silver. For the full moon, you use silver, and then for the waning, you can use black or silver. But silver represents the moon, and I absolutely love using my candles. So with this, what you can do is you can actually write your name on the candle. Okay, write your name on the candle. And if you have oils, if you enjoy doing that kind of stuff, you can put an oil there, say for love, right? Because the oil itself, once it's on the candle, then you can intend the oil. So it can be for romance or it can be for love. Remember, it's your intention and your energy that you're putting into it. Then what you can do is put in a little candle holder and light it. Now, if this is for self-love, what you can do is you can really sit with that self-love. What do you look like in your perfect self? What do you look like in that ideal image of who you are? That is so important, because when we see ourselves a certain way, that is what we're manifesting. So a silver candle on a full moon will help you to connect, right? So this is what we call the anchor. And this anchors us to the full moon, because we are a tangible society and we really love the tangibles. We love that. We love that. We love that. But you don't need this. So let's say you don't have a silver candle. Most people don't. You can close your eyes, see yourself in a forest, see yourself in a circle, see yourself wherever you want. You could be in your bedroom and just close your eyes. See yourself under the moon, by the water, with a silver candle. That is just as powerful. The Toltecs and the South Americans, they believe everything has a spirit. So we don't need these tangibles in order to work with them. We need to call on the spirits of that. So when we're sitting in our meditation, when we're sitting in our quiet with our eyes closed, we can bring that to us. Now, recently, I was sent by a friend of mine in Italy this wonderful audio of how to manifest your money and wealth and abundance. And I love that. That's great. That's the guided meditation part. But the third audio is all music. And there is a sound in there that actually physically takes you to the in-between place, the theta phase of who you are. The theta something, can't remember. Anyway, when you go into that theta space, what's happening is that you are opening up that third eye, opening up the subconscious so you can throw things in. This is what we call the in-between place. So in doing that, what you can do is you can start to envision who you are, envision what you want, envision how you want to manifest your life. And it's really, really wonderful to work with. So I'm going to actually post that afterwards on my site for you guys to have. I'll post all three of them, all three of the audios, or two of them. And then you guys can do with it what you will. Anne says, you're scrying with fire and candles as well. Yes, you can scry with, that's right, you can. And that's a really great point. So if I have a candle and I look into the light of the candle, that is actually a way of scrying. That is a way of divining. That is a way of asking questions and seeing. I love doing that by the bonfire. Thanks. Really good point. All right. So candles are a way of doing that. Now, there is a really funky thing that is the old ways, and I really love this. Many cultures use this, and it's called, and I'm going to take this out of its wrapping because it looks nicer outside the wrapping. It's called a 7-knob candle. So we're going to look at that for a little bit, and then we're also going to look at some other stuff too. 7-knob candle. I like to start it 7 days before the full moon. And so it looks like this. So you burn 1 knob each day, right? And each day it gets stronger and stronger and stronger until you get to that full moon day. So these are really wonderful. The other thing that you can use, and I'm using this for the first time, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm hoping this is going to make sense. Oh, it will. Okay, good. Excellent. So I'm sharing with you a screen right now of all the different kinds of candles you can use. So here's a seashell candle that I really think is very cool, and hearts. So your imagination, let them fly. Like here's one that I really love. Look at this knot. These knot candles are frigging awesome because it means you can unknot your life, right? See how it's a knot? You light that and you unknot your life as it melts down. That is just crazy cool as far as I'm concerned. So then you have, figure candles, right? So females and males, if you want self-love, you can write your name on it, all the things that you want to bring out with yourself. I mean, it's just beautiful. This one is really cool. I've seen people use this one, artists, right? And I love this one for artists. They want to enhance their art, enhance who they are. So these are fun little things that you can do even with candles. So I thought that was kind of neat. The other thing that you can work with is plant magic. And I love plant magic because plant magic is exciting. So if you look at behind me, this is ivy. Right? I love my ivy. Ivy is all about money and it's in my fame and recognition area. So I want people to see me as successful. You'll see I also have my money tree over here as well. One of the reasons I did that is because it looked good there. Okay. It wasn't actually, some of it wasn't intentional, but it works. But what you can do, especially on the full moon, is you can take some soil and you can intend the soil. I'm going to teach you how to intend. You can intend the soil and then you can mix it into your plants. And as it grows, your money grows. As it grows, your success grows. As it grows, your creativity or whatever else you want will grow. Your family grows, right? This is your way of working with abundance through the moon, doing it on this night. And you don't have to be under the moon to do it. It's just the energy of the moon. It's pervasive. It's everywhere. So everybody asks me, do you have to be under the moon? No, you don't. No, you don't. You can even close your eyes and see the moon. You can just absorb the energy of the moon, absorb the energy of that day and work with it that way. Carmel Taylor says, happy full moon, happy full moon. Don't forget your moon water and putting your crystals outside. Thank you. Oh my God, I wanted to talk about that. Oh my God. Thank you, Carmel. See, this is why I love you guys, right? Keep it up. Keep telling me what else can we do on the full moon, people? So crystals, love crystals. Especially rose quartz, you'll see them. Rose quartz will get white, especially if they've been used a lot. If you put it under the first night of the full moon and leave it there for 3 nights, it will actually recharge itself. Any of your stones can do that. Moon water, amazing. Now, here's a really, really cool thing. If you can collect rainwater and put that out under the moon and make that into moon water, that's incredible. Holy water can be made the same way. And what I like to do with holy water is I get the rainwater and then either get it blessed by a priest or a curandero or bruja or whatever. You can even do that yourself. It's all about intention. Okay. I personally like going to get it done. That kind of thing, just for the respect of it. So moon water is really, really great because you can use it for anything. You can actually put it in your floor wash. So my favorite thing to do right now is to use Florida water. Hang on one second. I do have it. Hang on a second. I do have my Florida water. Here's my Florida water, which is well used at this point in this place. So this is Florida water. And this is used in South America. It's used in Mexico. It's used pretty much in many, many cultures. The voodoo culture uses it. It's wonderful. So what I do is I love my Swiffer. So I get my wet Swiffers, right? You have the box and you've got the wet Swiffers in there. And what I do is I'll put a little bit into the wet Swiffer box and then I'll take them and then I'll switch them over. Right? I take the whole pile and I'll switch them over. And now when you're Swiffering, you can actually wash your floors and clear and cleanse. So I do this once a month. And I do that to cleanse and clear my space. You can also put this in your mop bucket. You can use it as a cologne. You can do all kinds of things with this stuff. It's just incredible. Again, Florida water, okay, can be used, can get anywhere. You can get it online if you're not in the area. You can go to the Hedge Witch. Any kind of curiosity shop will carry that, okay? A metaphysical store, metaphysical supply store, they will all carry Florida water for sure 100%. They'll also carry the 7 knob candles. If you're lucky enough to have a beautiful friend like my friend Sue Warden, she will give you roses that she collected. And roses are potent and powerful, especially if they're given to you by someone who's filled with love, like Sue. Like, you just couldn't get better roses. In that case, then you're going to do something like this, where you have a candle that you can melt down, and while it's still waxy, while it's still wet, you can put your roses in it. Right? Look at that. Right? That actually has a little bit of wine in it too. Okay. So this is the kind of thing that you can do. Be creative. This is, it's called, the craft for a reason, ceremony for a reason. This is all different names for the same thing. Feng Shui actually has ceremonies to cleanse and clear and bless homes that are actually pagan rituals too. So these kinds of things are wonderful to utilize. Okay. They're absolutely wonderful to utilize. Joyce says, Angel, I feel I have to move again soon. Do I look around here physically or move back closer to the family and friends? Okay. Go ask the moon. We are going to do readings at the end. Okay. So I will answer that, but I also want you to go and ask the moon. If you have a question, a desire in your heart, go ask Mother Moon. Just sit under there and don't make it into some production. Just talk to her the way you would talk to your mom, the way you would talk to your grandma, the way you would talk to me. Just go and ask. Okay. So Carmel says, I write under the jar what I want to create. Okay, so that's another thing that you can do too. You can take a candle, and you can actually go on my Instagram and see this particular ceremony. Take a candle, put a piece of paper underneath, light the candle with the intention. I have that on my Instagram, so go there at Raising Energy, and you will find that candle one. And I will pin it for a few days so everybody will see it. You'll see it in my reels as well in Instagram. So jar spells or jar ceremonies are another way that you can go. Honey jars are some of my favorite things to make. So you can take a jar, you fill it with sugar, you fill it with honey, and then you write your intention and you stick it in there and you close it and you put it somewhere safe. So if it's for money, put it in your money corner in Feng Shui. That's another show we're going to do. So don't miss it. We're going to be doing a show on Feng Shui. So you're going to put that in your money corner. If it's for love, you're going to put that in your romance corner. There's so much you can do with a honey jar. And you can look that up on the internet, right? Honey jar ceremonies, honey jar spells, whatever you want to call them. And it's amazing stuff. Jen Robbins says, hi from Wyerton. Hello, Wyerton. How are you? Hi, Jenny. Let's see. Okay. So now that we've talked about doing some ceremony underneath the moon, which can again be as simple as, hey, moon, this is what I need today. Hey, moon, this is how I feel today. That's another thing. Just go talk to her about how you feel. You don't even have to ask her for anything. Go commune with her. Go create a relationship with the moon and with that energy and how it makes you feel. Create a relationship with spirit. I went to the most incredible class on Saturday, a cat and monkey events. You guys got to check out her Facebook page. Like, that's just incredible. And I worked with Utu Witch Doctor, and I worked with Kat and all these wonderful people who were there. And we were doing, learning about graveyard ceremony and how you pay the gatekeeper and how the sexton created the gatekeepers and how they were created and how to honor the dead and what you can ask them for and how did this and how. It was unreal. It was beautiful. In fact, I don't know where it went to. Oh, here it is. We actually ended up going to a cemetery, and I was pulled towards this tree, and it was nighttime, so I couldn't quite see it. And then they were talking about willow trees, and I looked up, and it was a willow, right? And of course, in a cemetery, that makes sense because willows are the crossroads keepers. But that's also my spirit tree. And beside it, I found this, and I thought, oh, what a wonderful, cool wand that would make, right? Whether or not it gets used is irrelevant. It's just an article or a relic that I will keep, that I will pass on if I intend it or create it. So again, you can give this to Mother Moon, right? Whatever, a shell or a stone, and you can look at it and go, Mother Moon, you know what? Invest your energy into this. So whenever I hold it, I can feel you. Right? I can feel you. I can feel the crossroads. I can feel the two worlds. So understand that when you work with moon medicine, it's powerful, powerful stuff. Now, Amber says, hi, Angel Morgan. So happy to see you. So happy to see you too. Okay. But you're in a retrograde. So how many people here have heard, don't work in a retrograde? Don't do it. Don't do it. Look, if that's how you feel about it, don't. If you feel safer not working in a retrograde, don't do it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm okay working in a retrograde with certain types of ceremony. Other ones I'll probably stay away from. Like, I'm not going to sign a contract in a Mercury retrograde. I don't want to start things in a Mercury retrograde. I don't want to. I bought a car in a Mercury retrograde. Bah. Will not do that again. I will not do that again. The other thing that you can do is you can, and let's see if I can do this again. That'd be kind of cool if I can. Select a tab to share. I'm going to share a new tab, and it's going to be Mercury symbol. I want everybody to see this because we're going to talk about this. Yes, that's a good one. That's excellent. And we're going to go here, and I'm going to see if I can do this. Hold on a minute. Ah, it worked. Son of a gun. Wow. So I think you guys can see that right now. I'm hoping that you can. And this one, show in stream. I'm going to show that in the stream. There we go. And this is the symbol of Mercury. There we go. Oh, shoot. Shoot, Nanny. That's not what I wanted to do. This is the symbol of Mercury right here. I think everybody can see it. Okay. Right there. And that's a really, I don't know how much you guys can see there. I don't know if I can do that. All right. I don't know how this works exactly. I'm hoping that that's working and that you guys can see that. Yeah. I know what I can do. I'm going to do this. Sorry, this is all like really new to me, this particular thing that they're doing. So hold on a second. Oh, it doesn't switch and change. View tab. Okay, I'm viewing the tab. All learning. Oh, it doesn't change. All right, I'm going to hide that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to stop sharing that, but I'm going to try doing this now. Screen. Oh, that's better. I like that one better. Okay, so I think you guys are going to be able to see this one now even better. Show and stream. Oh, no, didn't show it very well. Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this. Boom. Nope. Boom. Nope. Boom, boom. Haha, there we go. Okay, so now I'm little and it's big. So this is the symbol of Mercury retrograde. If you put that on something, like just draw it on your car, draw it on your, what do they call it? On your computer, place a little note and stick it on your computer, in your wallet, on your cash register, if you have a store or a place. This is something that will protect you from Mercury. You're honoring him and saying, Mercury, you pass by, pass over, so to speak, protect us rather than affect us. So Mercury likes that because you're honoring him. So when you honor Mercury, then things tend to go a little more smoothly. Oh, I really like that I can share this stuff with you. This is really cool. Okay, so when we're in the Mercury retrograde, what I like to do is I like to do self-care ceremonies, things that work with me, things that work with my son or my animals, things like that. All of these different ceremonies that I'm giving you are for you. So again, things where you're starting contracts, buying cars, doing that kind of stuff, what you want to do is, how can I enhance me? How can I heal me? What's my next step? I feel fantastic. I want to grow that. These are wonderful things to do, even in a Mercury retrograde. So for me, there are do's and don'ts. Okay. So during a Mercury retrograde, I think it's really, really important to understand it. And there are tons of articles out there about what you can, what you can't do, what you should, what you shouldn't do. My thing is feel it inside, feel it in here. Okay. It's all intention. Now, Here's another thing you can do to kind of waylay or move aside the energy of a retrograde, or even call in a full moon when it's not. What you can do is you can create a healing circle for yourself, right? So you ask for a circle to be created around you, right? You see that circle around you or see yourself in a sphere, okay? And what you say is, take me time out of space and space out of time. Now what you're doing is you're saying, you know what? No Mercury retrogrades, no full moons, no nothing. I am in a place of nothingness. I am in a place of neutral. And I'm going to place the energies that I want to. Time out of space, space out of time. I bring in the energy of, and then whatever energy, maybe it's the full moon, maybe it's a blue moon, right? What we used to do wild women ceremonies on a blue moon. And that's when the moon is at its height for women. And like, go read about it. It's awesome. Blue moons, I think they happen every few years, but they are just incredible experiences to work under. Amber says, hi, Angel, I have a question. Okay, so we're going to get to questions a little bit later. Lori P, we can see it. Oh, you're so lucky. I don't know that I can see. That's kind of a bit of a drawback in the city. Can't really see it, but that's okay. That's all right. So when we look at ceremonies, we want to make sure that we create a space for ourselves that feels safe too. So again, just asking for a circle to be placed around us, asking to put in a sphere of healing, a sphere of safety, that everything manifests without delay. All of these different things are coming from your intention, coming from your heart. And the more they come from a place of emotion, the better. The only thing I caution, and I always caution people on this, is, if you're in an angry place, that's probably not the best time to do work. You want to be in a place of neutrality. You want, a place of thoughtfulness, a place of truth. And when we're in anger, we sit in fear. Okay. When we're in truth, yes, we may feel sorrow. Yes, we may feel frustration. Yes, we may feel joy. Yes, but anger, not so much, because truth is not anger. Anger is not truth. Anger is there to point the way to truth. Anger is an ally to truth. Okay. Anger is a beautiful thing if we utilize it correctly. Anger is one of those things like, okay, well, what's bothering me? What is that? And sitting with that and really deep diving. Okay. Because when we're in alignment, not only do we feel joy, but we feel that peace. Right? And those are the places we want to be when we work with Mother Moon. If you have any questions in regards to the moon work, please feel free to ask. If you want to add to it, if you want to come and join me, you're more than welcome. We can start answering questions now, I think. Let's see. Amber says, hi, Angel, I have a question. My boyfriend is an amazing hard worker. He drives to Kitchener and further for his job every day. It's a lot on him physically and mentally, wants to move closer to his work and have a fresh start with me and my kids. But I'm nervous to leave. I'm wondering if I should just take the leap with him and move. Oh, I don't even need to finish this. Absolutely. This is someone who wants his life with you. This is somebody who wants to be with you. This is an A-okay. Go ask the moon. Go validate with her. With you, Amber, what I'd like you to do tonight, sit under that moon, close your eyes and go, you know what? Angel said that this is a good move for me. I'm nervous and I'm scared and I know that's normal. But you validate what is the best thing and let her show you. You might feel something. You might feel the love or the joy. You might feel a release of crying or whatever that will take you to that next level. Grandmother Moon will talk you through this as she would any of her children. So for me, though, as a reader, I just get love. I get joy. I get somebody who just wants you and everything about you. So there is no hesitation there. And don't worry about the kids. They will adjust. They're fine. They love this guy. I feel like one of them will have a little bit of a hard time, but that's just a lot of conversation and communication. Okay. If you want to do a deeper read, book something with me, even if it's just 15 minutes. And I do readings, guys. So one of the reasons I do this is to let you know that I do have that space and that time. Raisingenergy.com. I do smaller reads for 1 or 2 readings. You get so much in that. And I do full readings and I do mediumship and I do animal communications. So please, 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 please go over and book a reading with me right now. RaisingeNergy.com, info@RaisingEnergy. You can can email me. You can call me. We have a new 1-800 number, 1-888-393-1333. Isn't that cool? I love all the threes. I love all the threes. Everything is up and away now. So if you guys want to call me, email me, go to my website, go check it out. And remember, I have a blog, mypsychiclifestyle.com. If you want to know more about this stuff, go to that blog, because everything you need to know, tips, rituals, healing stuff, animal stuff, it's all there just for you. Okay, Jenny says, let's see. Hi, Angel. Is it in my best interest to transition away from my current radio career and shift into serving chiropractors through my writing? I feel like you can do both. I don't see why you need to get rid of one to do the other. I really feel like both are on the plate for you. Don't get rid of the radio career. Like, there's no reason for it. You might want to put that a bit on the back burner, like do it less and work with the chiropractor and kind of balance it out a bit, but do not let it go. Do not let it go. And I keep hearing podcast. Okay. Let's see. Amber says, thank you. I just got overwhelming feeling inside and warm all over my body. I really needed that. And you know what? Sometimes that is what we need. And that's what I felt too. Exactly what you were feeling is what I was feeling, which is why I keep getting this great big green check mark for you, my sweet. It's time. It's time for us to cross those thresholds. Okay. I'm going to go backwards here. Carmel says, I would love you to provide me a quick reading. What do you see for my mortgage renewal next year and my future? Thank you so much. Keep your questions specific, please. Your mortgage renewal next year is fine. I keep getting that. You're not going to get as great a rate as you did this year, but you'll lock into something that will actually serve you well. So I hope you see this in the replay. Let's go back. Joyce says, right, Angel, I feel like I have to move again soon. Do I look around physically or move to be closer to family and friends? You know, watch the jumping. Okay. If you don't have to move soon, take your time to really suss it out, feel out the energy, because right now, a lot of people are kind of on that shaky plane where they're just like, okay, I want something new. I have to cross that threshold. I have to jump now. Watch. Again, it's a Mercury retrograde. You don't want to start things like real estate and looking for things and looking for homes right this minute. Wait a little bit until May. For you, I'd say even into the second or third week of May before you even start looking. But where you're going to move to, I keep getting it's going to somewhere that's going to feed your soul. Like I literally just heard that, feed your soul. And you've got to feel it in the depths of who you are. Grandmother Moon will help you with that. Ask her to say, listen, you know what? Let me feel the right place in the depths of my soul. Move me to the right location in right timing. Okay. Let's see. Where else do we have? Doobie 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 doobie. Okay. Any other questions? Tina, hello. Loretta, hello. Loretta says, how is my daughter Erin doing? Good. There's some breakthroughs coming for her in May, some really nice things happening. Okay. And something about feeling like a kid again. Okay. And she's going to feel like a kid again. Giddy. I like this feeling around her. I really do. Charlene, how are you? Any path out of my funk? Yeah, for you, it really is about meditation under the moon, realigning yourself. I want you to do some chakra realignment too. It's not even about cleansing and clearing. I just feel like you're a little out of whack for me. I want you to ground, especially that root chakra. Okay. That's the way to do it. Watch your vitamin D, please. Your vitamin C is off too. You need to get your body going a little bit more. Also, that's going to help the alignment. But I really, really would like you to do some chakra clearing, some chakra realignment, some body rebalancing. Even if you go see an osteopath, that's actually going to help you, because I feel like your body is just a little bit off right now. So all of these things are going to help inner and outer, and that's going to help you get you out of this funk. Okay. And this is actually going to help you on the physical plane too. So remember, whatever we do internally has to reflect out here. So if we're in alignment out here, financially, we're going to be in alignment. Relationships will be in alignment. Your home will be in alignment. And everybody right now is feeling funky. Okay. Because we're coming into that time of newness, understanding, and coming into new alignment. Let's see. Susan. Oh, did I miss somebody? I'm sure I did. No, I didn't. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try and get to people first and then come back again. Like you'll get one reading and then come back if I have time. Hi, Angel, says Leslie Black. What a great profile pic. That is so you on every level. Hi, Angel. Will I stay friends with my new fellow, or is he the one I will end up with my American, or will I end up with my American friend? I like the guy, this new fellow. I'll be honest with you. I like the American guy. He's nice, but this is the guy I feel is better for you. And I feel like you feel the same way at this point. I just feel like there's something, I don't know about the American guy. Okay, so I'm going to hide that. And then let's see, what do we go? Ooh, all these wonderful, wonderful questions. Will I ever have a man in my life that loves me forever? You're looking for your forever man. I think you're going to find somebody on your vibration, somebody who's really going to love you and care about you. They're really going to care deeply about you, who's like a soulmate, who wants to be husband, but you know what? I keep getting that you're going to hands off. It's almost like, no, I like my life the way it is. Yes, I want you to be part of it, but there's a part of you that's so independent. And this guy's going to respect that boundary. He's really going to respect that boundary. And I like him. All right. Is my problem in my inner ear? No. All I keep hearing is in the head, but not necessarily inner ear. It's affecting the inner ear. I keep actually getting something in here, not the ear, but in here. And that all might be connected, but I feel like it's making you fuzzy. It just, everything feels off, especially on my left side. So I don't know, maybe osteopathic treatment could really help that. So I would definitely go with an osteopath. Okay. For that, Diane, definitely. Let's see, Joanne. Hello. Hi, I've been feeling a little off lately. Anything with my health I should be concerned about? Thank you. I don't feel like there's anything. I don't feel like that. I mean, I always say go see your doctor if you're concerned. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose. But again, we've got some funky energies coming through and they're pulling a lot out of us. A lot of people are not feeling well right now. And that's okay because they are shifting and transitioning. I get it. I hear give it another week to 2 weeks and then go see the doctor if it persists. But I feel like it will shift after 1.5 weeks. So if it doesn't shift in 1.5 weeks and either go away or dissipate, yeah, definitely go to the doctor. Okay, good. Marie-Claude, she's always there. Hi, Angel. My knees are giving me a hard time. Do you see why? You sweetheart, age. Watch the cartilage. Joint stuff for you, sweetie. You really got to work on the joint stuff. And it's not just your knees. I keep getting like elbows. If you're not careful, wrists will follow, but elbows and knees. But I keep getting like the winter time is hard for you. So thank God we're coming into the summer. You got to really start looking at joint health. Okay. Eat for your joints. Eat for your joints. Charlene says, thank you. You're welcome. Carla, any updates on Joe's hunt? No, thank you. No, it's still the same as the last read I gave you. Tina, did I miss you? Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Tina Briscoe. Oh, here you are. Tina says, thank you, Tina. I got a part-time job at a new store giving readings. Oh my God, congratulations. Will this be a good fit? Yes. Will this be my first step to leaving my current job? If you so choose it. I like your current job as something that sustains you and anchors you for now. I think that you can grow this. I think it'll be really good. But if you really want to get out of your job, you have to maintain the healing aspect of your work too. Can't just be about your readings. You've got to kind of expand and explore. Diversify is actually the word I hear, which is a great word for you right now, is diversify. I want you to use that word, utilize it, especially now. This is a time for really everybody. This is a time for manifesting. This is a time for becoming specific with who you are, what you want, where you want to go. And in doing that, what's going to happen is as of June, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're female, and this goes for men too. If you're a guy who's really sensitive, this is about rebalancing your male and female, things will really start to open up for you as of June financially. Okay, Tina? So diversify, and ask yourself how you want to do that. All right, let's go back down here. Diane Berard. Hi, Angel. Can you see me moving and finally feeling content where I moved to. You're never going to feel content. You are a wanderer. You have a gypsy's heart. So just understand that you will love the places that you move to, and it's going to grow each place that you go to. But there's still maybe maybe 2 or 3 places left. Well, 2 places left at least that you're going to explore, but it will grow. And remember, you're always evolving. When people move, it's not because the house doesn't fit anymore. It's because you don't fit in the house. You've shifted something internally that's taking you out of that place. That's brought you into another space. Melissa Lautenschläger. Ooh, what a great name. I hope I said that right. Lautenschläger. Wow, beautiful. Hello, Melissa. Leslie Black says, thank you regarding my pick. And thank you. Good to see you again. Good to see you too. Guys, I'm here every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We're going to have different things. And we're going to start having interviews. I'm so excited. I've already booked Cynthia Fontaine, psychic, and I've got the vampire librarian coming on. All of these things are going to be starting in May. So I'm really excited. And don't forget, you guys are going to be tripping with me to New York in June. Right? So in New York, we're going to go on another Angels Adventures, just like we did in New Orleans. And we're going to have a great time in the Catskills, and you're going to join me off Broadway, and we're going to have a phenomenal experience. If you know anybody in the New York area, in the Triad, please get tickets. We're probably going to be streaming the show too. So if you're not going to be at the Triad, you're going to be able to get tickets to the show as well. I'm still working on that. All right, Cheryl Ann Tucker. Cheryl, will we move out of Ontario this year? If so, when, please? I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing you take more action in the fall about it. And maybe you'll start to see things or an offer is made deep into the fall, but I get more in the fall, but I'm not necessarily seeing you move this year. Sophia, hi, Angel. I will ask Grandmother Moon tonight as well, but Vito is thinking of doing a small reno outside. Will it go well? Yeah, he has to do it. He needs something to do. This isn't just about the reno. This is about him. Will it go well? We haven't had great luck with contractors. I just want to go away in December, maybe both. I like him doing it. Maybe getting other people involved. Like, I don't know, maybe family members or that kind of thing. I don't know if you want to get a contractor. I feel like it's something Vito is actually hands-on going to do. And, he's more handy than he gives himself credit for. I mean, he's awesome, right? I love Vito. Vito is like wonderful. But yeah, I see you guys going away as well. Even if you not finish the reno, go away, come back and finish it. But I get that the reno is going to happen and I get that you're going away. But yeah, let him do it. Okay, so Melissa, I do have one rule, specific questions, because we have many aspects of our lives. So when we say, do we have any messages for me? Of course we do. What's burning on your heart right now, my sweet? Ask me that and I will try and answer it. All right. Joanne says, thank you. Marie-Claude says, thank you. Laura, hi. Hello, Angel Morgan. Any messages for me? Again, my one rule, let's be specific. What's that specific question? Suzanne Richard, you are right. Thank you, Angel, for reaffirming what I need. Oh, thank you for validation. If you have validations of any readings I've given you, past, present, or future, let me know. Gary Lee Pelletier. Oh, I love it. A guy. Hello, Gary Lee. My partner and I have been together for 14 years. We're still together, but the last 5 years have been strained. It's been a dark period. We love each other, but there's been so much strain, resentment, and disappointment. Any help or thoughts? These are growing pains. I feel like there's something that she needs to do to kind of almost crack open the shell. It's almost like she's a butterfly or a cicada having a hard time coming out of her skins. She's scared of speaking her truth fully because she's changing. And part of her is scared that you won't love her if she changes. It's like you're very comfortable. So really encourage her that it's okay to change, that you want to change with her, that growth is really wonderful. And, if you two want to come and do a couples reading with me, I would love to see you two. Like, I don't say that often to couples, but you two, you have a special bond. And I think there's something that's past life that might be holding her back a little bit too. For you, I feel like you're moving forward, but there's sorrow in you. So I would love to see the two of you together. Okay. I would love to. And whether that's virtual or in person, that's up to you guys. I do virtual readings. I do in-person readings. I am everywhere. I am global. So people, book a reading. I'm really booked, but I'm not booked enough. I depend on you. So go tell people about me. Go tell people about this show. Go tell them. Okay. Polly, can you tell I'm in a good mood this moon? Yeah, crazies come out. The crazies come out. All right. Pauline Mateo. My boyfriend and I broke up Sunday. Congratulations. Do you see us getting back together soon? Not, oh, not if you're lucky. I would like to see you kind of move forward or maybe come back together with him a little later on, but you guys need space. Like, you seriously need some space. Okay. That's really what I'm going to say. Are you going to get back together? The jury's out on it, but for now, I like seeing the two of you separate. The two of you need to kind of grow away from each other to grow apart in order to grow together if you choose to grow together. Okay. Milenka, hello, how are you? Sophia, are there any rituals with bay leaves? Oh my God, thank you. Bay leaves on the full moon for abundance. This was for the earlier part of the show. It didn't go through. Yes, thank you for mentioning bay leaves. So bay leaves are great. Basil leaves are wonderful. So one of the things that I really like to do is, if you want to do moon water, throw some basil leaves in the moon water, because that actually intends your moon water for abundance, for money, for wealth. Bay leaves can be used for wishes. So in South America, they use cocoa leaves. In Canada, we don't have cocoa leaves. In fact, they're illegal. But you can use bay leaves instead. So one of the things you can do is you can write something. So get a really soft marker or something, and write whatever you want. You can either burn it, put it in the water. These are things that you can do with bay leaves that are very, very powerful. One of the things too that you can do is you can put whatever you want on your bay leaf. You can crush it up and put it in the soil of a money tree, or a tree like an aloe if you want healing. Right. So aloe trees are wonderful. Aloe plants are wonderful for healing. Money trees and ivy are great for money. Clover is great for money and luck, anything like that. So crush up a little bit of your bay once you've written it down and do that. Or the other thing that you can do, you can write what you want on a bay leaf and put it in your food. Okay. So write what you want, maybe in pencil, or, something that's food friendly, or even just do it energetically with your finger. Money, right? You just write money with your finger, throw it in your spaghetti sauce. No joke. No joke. Because now what are you doing? You're ingesting that energy, right? You're ingesting it. The other thing you can do is like make some spaghetti under the new moon and whatever. So cooking rituals, cooking ceremonies while you're cooking under the moon. Envision that moon energy, right? Envision that moon energy moving through you into the food. So one of the things that I've done, I'll close my eyes, I'll envision the moon, I'll take that energy of the moon, and I will blow it into my food. Okay. Like, watch this. Okay. I'm seeing the moon. I hear the word blessing. I'm investing that with blessing. Every single person who watches this, replay or not, is now blessed with the magic of the moon. That's simple. Right? Everything is energy. Everything is light. Okay. Let's see. Leslie Black is marking her calendar, baby. Let's see. Diana Berard says, thank you. You are so spot on. I know this is another question, but can you answer one more thing for me? I really miss my little girl, your dog. Is she okay? She has been gone for 2 years. I have another dog. Does she know? She does know. She actually, what I want you to do is, for you, and this is everybody out there really, when you have a moment where you're doing something and all of a sudden that animal pops into your head, or a person pops into your head, it's because they're in the room. And when they're in the room, I want you to acknowledge this dog because it sits with you, and it doesn't care if it's acknowledged, it just wants to be there. But I want you to acknowledge the dog because it's going to deepen your connection and your relationship with this dog who's passed on the other side. Like, you're going to create a ghost or a spirit relationship with them. And yes, it does see the other dog. It watches the other dog and thinks it's really cool. It's really cool. Wants to play with that dog too. Wants to play with that dog. Mark Lyle, how are you? Hiya, just lost my mom. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is she at peace in the spirit world? Absolutely. It's so funny. As soon as I said spirit world, I felt myself going into the room of ancestors. I want you to go to the room of ancestors more, Mark, because not only is she there and she's waiting for you to give you a hug, but she wants you She's like, I feel like they want to talk to you and you can do this. So, for you, and it's not lost on you that you can touch her and she's a piece. I'm just kind of validating that. But I just get warmth around this woman. Like there's this warmth around her and she's really happy and accepting of her process. And I feel like she was, happy or happy-ish when she left. Like, it's like, okay, I'm scared of dying, but I accept because my life has been full. And it really was a full life. And you're, great son. You're a great son. So a great daughter too. Okay. Melissa Lautenschlanger. I love your name. I just could say that name all night. Yes, you nailed it. Thank you. So awesome. Oh, I'm so grateful for that validation. Thank you. Michelle Papas. Hello. All right. I had a reading with you last summer. My mother has been unwell since November. Her health has been up and down for years. Will she finally get past all of these issues, or is this her life now? I think she can mitigate stuff, but this woman, she needs a lot of energetic clearing. Reiki is really good for her. So whether you can do it distance or maybe have somebody do it for her, I don't know if she's open to it. Don't quite get that she is, but if she's open to it, maybe take her to for a Reiki session. I think that would be really helpful for her. But also sending love to her, sending healing to her. There's something you could do under the moon is help my mother, help her to move through all of this, mitigate this, let her life be easy, effortless, and do this without delay. Okay, safely. Leslie, is Reed still watching over me of course, or am I forgotten? No, spirits never forget us, okay? They do linger with us. They love us. Remember, we're not linear beings. We are liminal beings. So people ask me all the time, who are you to work with Archangel Michael? Guess what? I'm nobody, but he's an angel. He can be anywhere, anytime, any place. So that means he can be past, present, future with you and a billion unlimited other people as well. We're made in the likeness of spirit and of God and of divinity, and therefore we are similar. So yes, Reed is still watching over you, my sweet. Let's see, Sophia, thank you. You're welcome. All right. Lori says, my beloved aunts in Florida are both declining in health. Will I ever see them again? It's been 5 years. I have no money for the travel or dog sitter. One, you definitely will. One, you definitely will. One of them you will. Okay. All right. Let's see. Will my son and daughter get over their problems? I don't want to call them problems. I actually want to call them issues. Look, one of the learnings that I've always had through the South Americans that I've worked with in the past is there's no such thing as a problem in life, only opportunities to learn and grow. And this is where they're going. And these are growing pains, right? Mom, be there for them. That's all I keep getting. Just be there when they need you. And if they don't need you, stay out of it. Let them grow up. This is a really big thing. I don't care if they're 40. I don't care if they're 50. I don't care if they're 20. They're going through some growing pains right now, and they'll be okay. They'll get through it. Amber says, I love your energy. You know what, Amber? Tonight, I love my energy. And I think part of it is these wonderful rainbow hematites that I'm wearing. Totally hate them. I hate them with a passion, but they work. And they hate them because I'm resisting them because they're grounding. And you know me, I'm Gemini angel. But you know what? And it's also that whole rainbowy thing. I love my hematite. Well, no, I don't love hematite. I don't like hematite, but these ones are growing on me. All right. Laura and Reina. Where do you see me spiritually? Do you see me reading for people? The potential is there, but you still have to grow into it. You need some, I hate saying this word, education. You need to be around other readers. You need to pick up some tips. You need to do some more work on you to become that kind of spirituality steps fully into her skins before you start reading other people. But I do want you to read those around you. I want you to keep developing, keep going. If you do, by the end of this year, you'll see it pick up, especially after June. But by the end of this year, I think more will come to you, but don't rush it either, right? My dad always taught me that it takes a year of study, like real study, to really get to know whether this thing is for you and whether or not you take the next step. And if you're asking, do you see me reading? It means that you yourself are unsure at the moment. Do I see reading for other people? Potentially. Yes, potentially. But it's going to depend on where your spirituality takes you. Because remember, a lot of people on this path, they get to the path to a certain point and then they go, no, this is not really where I want to go with this. And maybe they become a healer. Maybe they can do something else. I'm not necessarily seeing you do that, but there is something else there for you. So don't be closed off either. The psychic path is your path. But remember, we're psychic for many reasons. Healers are psychic. Witches are psychic. Feng Shui practitioners are psychic. Remember, these abilities can be used for multiple things, so not just reading people. Okay, that's a beautiful question, by the way. Thank you. Milanka, how are you? All right. Hello from Alliston. It's Mila. Did my trip to Mexico, will it be safe and happy? Will my daughter's wedding will be my what? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not understanding this at all. Can you maybe rephrase that? Will my trip to Mexico be safe and happy? Will my daughter's wedding? I'm going to say yes to just, I feel a yes in there. I'm not quite understanding the wording and the phrasing there. My apologies, but I do get a yes. The daughter's wedding, there are going to be a little tiny hiccups, but nothing you can't get over. Nothing you can't get over. Jenny Robinson, I love how passionate you are. Thank you for saying that. I am becoming more passionate every day. I'm becoming me again. There's some shift and some wonder that my tribe has helped me move through and step into. And Sophia, you're a part of that. And I'm starting to feel it, and this moon is really helping with that. Some of the self-loving ceremonies I've done one little thing for myself every day. One little thing. I actually went out and I bought, now here's something else you can do. I bought a soap, and it is a Florida water soap, and it's really great, and it's for cleansing and clearing. So every full moon, and I did this starting this month, every full moon, I'm going to take a shower or a bath, and then I will use the soap to cleanse and clear all that kind of stuff. And you can get, if you feel like something has been thrown at you, right? Like a malokyo or a curse or whatever, you can get reversal soaps, jinx remover soaps, all these kinds of things, and just your intention to move things away. And honestly, I don't feel like I have that stuff around me, but I do it anyway. Okay. That's a huge thing for me, just to keep clean. You don't do things just when things are going wrong. You want to do them when they're going right, to keep them going right. When you're on the path, stay on the path. Okay, good. All right, let's see. Oh my God, it's after 8. Okay, I'm gonna take a couple more questions, then we're gonna call it. Do you see me changing? What is this? Do you see a life-changing amount of money coming my way this spring or summer? I see a larger amount. I don't know if it's life-changing, but I do see a stronger amount coming in the spring is past. Yeah, there's something coming for you. I don't know if it's life-changing, but I definitely see something coming for you. Charlene says, I miss my cat, Shanti. It's okay. I miss my cat, Whitey. I so miss her. However, I'm going to wake her up again. Mumbai! Ms. Mumbai is here with me. Okay, so we're going to say bye to you. Now we're going to say good night to everybody, and we're going to see you guys next Tuesday. I don't know what the topic's going to be, but it's going to be. I love you guys, and we'll see you next week. Oh, I love this cat so much. God, she's so good. She's just like, whatever. Good night, everybody.